Greetings, dear viewers. Welcome to our second podcast with our little Epic Inside family. We continue Epic Staff rubric, which include employees of our college.
To make this rubric more interesting, we decided to add some games. And the first game, our call is Guess the Picture of You.
Okay.
You gotta guess yourself about some rules. We will describe some people or even things, and you gotta guess them. Are you ready?
Okay.
Let's
Sounds
go.
really interesting.
So,
guess the picture of you. First question is, it's a character which cybernetic assassin from sci-fi film series, which created for dangerous missions in the future.
it was in last 19th.
Yes.
And this person,
Like it's
you gotta
famous
know them.
person, you know.
really famous person.
Yes.
He played in Predator and in other films.
Who is that person? Cybernetic assassin.
Cybernetic. He's
Sci-fi
half
film
cyber,
series.
and he's half
Half
robot.
cyber and
Yeah.
half human.
He is robot.
Ah, I know his name. I don't.
No,
You
you
know
need
him.
to just say
Yeah.
like his.
You know him.
Spock.
No, that's
No.
Spock. It was in last 18th, 19th. You know him. He also, this person, this actor, also played in the Predator. Do you remember Predator?
No.
Iron.
Like
No, I don't.
Like
I
it's sci-fi
have no
film
clue.
which
Did you watch
have
it, Pumping
like
Iron?
No.
Oh my god.
That's why probably I don't know that.
you know this word because in our college is one of the popular word which used to describe
I got it's Titan.
you. Yeah.
No.
Yes.
No.
No?
Yes.
It is not Titan.
What is that then?
No. Let's
No,
guess.
I-
Guess a picture of your game. Guess a picture of you. You know.
Uh-huh.
And in APEC college, it's like word which like students use to describe you.
Terminator.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Good job.
I
It's-
got it now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What is it?
Yes.
That's you.
Okay.
Do you want to collect them?
It's a
You
very,
can take one.
very beautiful Terminator, I think.
You can take
Yeah,
it.
it was
Okay,
hard
thank
to
you.
find your
You won.
pictures, you know, it was really hard to find
Okay,
your
thank you very much.
And the second one, you wrote it. So I think it is a creature or character with extraordinary size and strength, often found in mythics, legends, and
Extraordinary
fantasy worlds.
size?
Yeah, extraordinary size. Who got them? What do you think?
Extraordinary size. No idea.
You already guessed it before.
The Titan.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You watched the Shingeki no Kyojin?
I actually never watched it. To be honest.
Really?
You gotta watch this.
No,
Oh my God.
never experienced it.
That is
Okay.
my advice
So-
and suggestion.
Okay.
Our last question in this game, it's a person or a thing which behavior negatively affect to others, like manipulation or damaging relationships, etc. Like it's a thing or
It's
a
a
person.
Thing or a person
Yeah.
that manipulates?
Yes, yes.
That is all.
And you know, this is a popular word, like which teenagers use in nowadays, like, and also to describe you.
Aggressive people that infect.
Abuser?
No.
Like,
Aggressive
similar
people that
with this
infect
word.
other people with the aggressivity, anger.
I don't know.
Miss Aydana, you know this
You
word.
know this word
Because you
some
said
students-
about it to
Yeah,
us.
you told us.
Yes.
Some students use this word to describe.
Toxic.
Yeah.
Exactly. Show the picture.
Oh my
I
god.
told you hazardous.
Oh my god, you just
me
wasted
take
your
this
time
one.
to make
Say-
this picture so
Of course. And all of them are.
interesting.
Of course, we're joking. Of course, she's none of these characters. In fact, she's one of the friendliest soul we know.
That's right.
Oh, flattered.
And so, for our students, I want to say something. Come on, guys. Finally, destroy the stereotypes about the teachers. And about getting closer, yeah? Do you remember how we met each other first time and how we get closer to each other?
Yes, yes.
You
Let me say. Like it was story like from hate to love. At first, she seemed strict, as I said before, but also her English was so delightful.
That's right.
And then, when we become to know each other better, her interests, her passion, her stories, even, we like started to love her. And every lesson was not just like learning English, but learning about life.
Exactly.
Yes.
It
Was it same for
me.
you?
It was same for me. Was it same for you?
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, every year when we welcome our new students, it's always, very exciting thing to experience for teachers. I don't really remember how we met and what my impression was, to be honest.
My God.
Really, I don't.
It's the style of Miss
I don't
Aydana.
remember. I just because I don't remember. Even with my friends, I don't remember how I met them and when we actually started talking and when we when we became close friends. And the same with students. I don't really remember the time when we clicked, but I know that we clicked in the first semester, and then we started to getting to know each other and had a good, like a warm atmosphere in the class. So I cannot say specifically that was the moment when I realized that you were good students. So.
But when you realized that we got that friendly relationship,
I think after a month.
Months? No,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
So it means that we have different.
That you're going to annihilate us for each our wrong mistakes.
Really? I don't know. I never realized.
Like base, you know,
Yeah.
in this base, because like a lot of best friends says that they don't remember their first experience.
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly. You
Yes.
never remember that.
And they become like really good friends
That's
in
like
the end of their
you
life.
And we.
Yeah.
I think it was a really intriguing question. So we can start questioning you.
Okay.
And so first question is called, do you have any fun or unusual methods you use to take lessons more engaging?
I think I should ask you first, like, what do you like about my lessons that make it more fun and engaging? And then I can answer the question.
The first thing that you were strict to us.
Strict.
The first time, yeah. You were strict to us. And we were scared. We were few of you. And then happened that thing that just ruined our stereotypes about you. And we started getting closer to you. And your lessons like that, first writing, then speech, it was really fantasy and smarting for us. And we started to getting closer to you because the program was interesting. At the same time, you were interesting. And you started telling us your stories, how other students was passing your tests, and why do you make that strict face while you're having tests. And the regulate moment, was when you were sick. You were really, that was the 100% peak of your energy, I think, that time. And we got realized that you were not as like other people, like as human beings. So we just started getting close to you.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say that I have like one specific method or one specific thing that I use in my class. Actually, it's very different. It's very different from group to group. For example, if I use one method in one group, I wouldn't use it for the second group. But I think that with our program that we deliver in this college, it's actually there is not a lot of room like to change some things and to use some unusual methods. But one of the things I do in my class is just, mostly it's storytelling, but I keep it short most of the time. And I think that by storytelling, you kind of connect with students and
You're opening yourself up.
yes, you let them know that you are not because what's the image of a teacher in Kazakhstan? Usually teacher is someone who is strict, who you have to listen all the time,
Yes.
someone who you cannot really approach, after the lesson. So I just wanted to be a little bit different. Like teacher is someone who you can talk to. Of course, you're not going to be friends, but you can be close to each other. And its first method is storytelling. And you also know that I use a lot of activities, like I can just ask questions about general knowledge to check your knowledge, not only in English language, but also quizzes. And I'm a fan of. I really like sport, and I might ask these questions from students just to make them confused a little bit. Yeah.
That's clear as answer.
I think not like friend, you become like second mother, you know.
Second mother.
In my point of view, my relationship with my mother also like friends, and we can speak in every every topics. So it's easy to speak with you, and you like become with our like second mother. Yeah.
Okay. If you say so.
Teenage, always we become with our mothers like a friends. It was same to you.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
That was clear answer.
Okay, thank you.
Miss Aidana, have you ever tough or no. Have you ever faced or a tough situation in your classroom?
Tough situations.
Yeah.
To be really honest, I never faced a really tough situation in my class. I think it was just once when one student, it was last year or 2 years ago, when one student didn't really agree with the grades that she received. And it was quite difficult to explain her why she got this grade. And I had to show her all my rubric. I had to explain her how I evaluated and what I actually checked when I was watching her presentation. But she didn't really understand me in the beginning. And then I had to talk to her again. It was a long process. So it was actually tough because it was the first time when somebody actually brought up this topic of evaluation and my grades, because before that nobody even questioned my grading. That's why I think it was quite hard for me to deal with.
She was doing good?
She was a nice student, but probably she didn't understand some of my requirements. That's why she kind of got confused, or maybe she just misunderstood some of my instructions and requirements. But at the end of the day, we were good. Yeah, it was a good experience.
But also we know like
one tough situation.
Related to your group
that you remember,
or did I tell you about that?
Yes, no,
it happened on our eyes.
In front of your eyes. What happened?
It was about our group, so I think we should not talk about
That's the thing, guys. Even if something like that happened, I usually forget about that. And if you just ask...
You really don't care, yes.
No, it's not because I don't care. I think it's because I try to only remember positive things and that happened in my life.
Oh,
so all the negative stuff have to stay outside.
Okay, that's a good point.
Yeah,
it's cool.
And another question. Like, imagine that unusual tough situation happened. What's your favorite phrase in English would you say there?
Like if something tough,
globally.
Something like if it happens in the class or if it happens in my life?
In your life.
These are not good words.
we know.
I don't think that I should say that here.
No, like something like shoot.
Yes, there are lots of shoot. There are lots of other other good
one
stuff.
of the popular phrase which you use like in first course, it's I don't care. Like, it's not my problem.
This looks like
Actually, it is not my problem.
Yeah, it's not my
I'm
problem.
just being honest. You just have to understand that your problems are your problems, and I, as a teacher, I don't really care. I just need results.
Yeah, we know.
I don't care. It's not my problem.
But it's the first course. It was so like thing which как раздражало меня.
Annoyed you
Yeah,
much.
annoyed.
Okay.
There was one situation with me when I was studying in your class. Yeah, you asked me, "Where is your homework, Kasymkhan?" And I answered, "I cannot do that." And you asked, "Why?" Because I was in the car accident. It's not my problem. Where is the homework? You were yelling at me.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember this situation.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
Miss Aidana.
Sorry.
That was so humiliating.
That
Maybe
was me.
she saw like you lie.
Exactly. Maybe
Yeah.
I thought
I
that
was in the car accident. I got scared there.
you know you can get the scars from
Yeah.
not only from the car accident. So I was being honest.
Even it's not car accident, yeah. It was an accident because how someone can get the scar from nothing?
I don't know.
Okay, let's move to the second or another question.
If you had to choose, would you stay a teacher or like trying something differently, completely different?
It's actually a very interesting question, especially nowadays. In this, when we have like lots of AI, right? It's difficult to teach students because you never know if the things that they're writing or saying or preparing, if it's theirs. Maybe it's just from ChatGPT. So I would say that I love teaching. I really like teaching. That's why I'm here. I really like working with students. If I wasn't a teacher, I think I don't know.
Sounds like a lie.
Maybe
No?
a translator.
I actually want to try myself in public speaking.
Public.
Yes, in some kind of trainings where I teach someone to do something, but it's not going to be like in schools or in college. It's going to be different. But so like it involves a lot of public speaking. That's
Like
what I want to try.
Speaker in the course.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if another job or another company offer you a higher salary than in the APEC, would you just move?
High salary.
It depends.
It depends.
It depends, yes, because I have to consider not only the salary. I have to consider all the other conditions. After that, I can make a decision. So I cannot say that the salary is the most important thing for me. That I'm gonna agree to everything that they offer. No.
It's a news for us.
Yeah.
That's logically pretty.
Yeah.
One other question, special question for our APEC staff. If you could change one thing about the education system, what would it be?
Actually, I have a lot of ideas, proposals for the Ministry of Education, to be honest. So one of the things that I would really like to change is that I want the education to be same for everybody. So you know that we have lots of private schools, we have public schools, we also have these special schools for gifted children. And I don't know if you're aware, but the level of teaching in these schools is very different. So if you are like studying in a special school like NIS or in a private school, the chances of getting a quality education is higher than in public school. So I want it to be equal for everybody. So if a student goes to a school, he or she is sure that they're getting the same level of education that is delivered everywhere. So that's one of the things that I would change in education. But there are lots of other things that I would change. I think I would also change the uniforms.
The uniforms.
Yes.
You want to make them free?
Yes.
Free for all? In the schools?
Yes.
In the private
Yes.
schools?
Yes.
And that's one of the change?
No. I cannot remember, but yeah.
What do you think about exchange program?
Exchanging program?
Yeah. With
I
other
think
schools or colleges?
I think it's a great program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have
But
it in Kazakhstan.
No,
Sadly.
we do have it in
We do
Kazakhstan.
have it in Kazakhstan.
Exchange?
Yeah.
I know that it happens in universities and colleges.
But in the schools?
We have a program called Flex.
Flex?
Yeah, you can do it on the 11th or 10th grade.
Oh,
You can,
I didn't know.
yeah, but you have to go through the admission process, and if you get in, then you have a chance of going abroad to United States and study there for 1 year and come back and continue education in Kazakhstan.
That will be interesting, intriguing thing for our students. And useful, by the way. So, I think that... Do you have another question?
Yes, I think this next question will check your creativity. And if your classroom was turned into a reality show, what would be the title and theme song be?
I think the show is going to be called Squid Game.
Squid Game?
Yes.
We saw something like Miss Aidana and her son.
No. I think it's gonna be like a survival show.
But I think it will
Survival show?
interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Survive
a
my class?
survival show. Like if you wanna be in my class, you're gonna survive. Like the life is not going to be easy. Like you're gonna have a lot of difficulties and challenges.
No homework there.
Exactly.
No preparation.
Exactly. Squid Game. So if you like get to the last round, then you're gonna be. Of course, the prize is not gonna be money, but it's gonna be Miss Aidana's respect.
Oh.
And
It's more than money, yes.
And A+, for example.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
It's worth more than money, yeah?
What about
Yes,
song? Maybe
Okay.
your favorite song or artist?
The song is going to be, I guess, a classical.
It will be
Classical?
Yes.
Classical and Squid Game. I think it will like.
I think
That's
it's
a strange combination.
Yeah.
no. I think it's gonna be a great combination.
Oh my God! I think it will be a really
there is
dangerous
some
place.
Yeah, I don't know who's maybe like
Maybe Weekend, like Red Flag.
no, something classical. I don't know which exactly.
It's really interesting. Actually. Like
Yeah,
really.
but strange combination, but still interesting.
A lot
Yeah.
of piano and violin.
Strange things always interesting.
Yeah.
So, about the creativity, it's our time to check your global knowledge. We'll play another game.
Oh my God.
Call it myth or fact.
Yeah.
We will tell you a statement, and you gotta guess which is myth, which is fact.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
First statement. Ocean water is salty, but not all water in Earth is salty. Freshwater bodies like rivers and lakes contain fresh water. Is that a myth or fact?
I think it's a fact.
Oh my God. Wrong answer. Wrong answer.
It's a myth.
Yes.
And another statement. Most scientists agree that the meteorite impact caused global changes, leading to the extinction of dinosaurs.
Say again?
Most scientists
Yeah.
agree that meteorite impact caused global changes, leading to the extinction of dinosaurs.
It's a fact.
It's correct.
Okay. Third question: myth or fact? Elephants, despite their size, can jump due to the structure of their joints and anatomy.
Can they even jump?
Do you watch
Elephants.
Instagram reels?
Do I
See, like
I watch a lot of reels, but never.
so about elephants.
Don't you watch
Yeah.
National Geographic?
No, I read the articles, but don't watch it. Let's say that it's a fact.
Yes.
Yeah,
Correct.
exactly.
Yeah.
And fourth, pirates didn't wear eye patches to protect themselves from the sun.
Yeah,
This is a stereotype created by movies and literature.
Yeah, it's a myth, I think.
Myth.
Yeah.
Yes.
Correct.
It is
Correct,
a myth.
correct.
Yeah.
It's a myth.
Was my question easier than Kasymkhan's?
Not
Because
really.
you like was
Not
good.
really.
Not really.
You
I
just
think.
know that. You just
Yeah,
know the
yeah.
answer.
I know the
Okay.
answers.
Then another myth or fact.
Mm.
Statement: goldfish have much better memory than 3 seconds. Studies show they can remember events and places for months.
The goldfish.
Goldfish.
I know the fact. I know that fish have short memory, but goldfish.
You were calling us
Goldfish.
Yeah, because you had short memories.
fishes. No.
Let's say that it's a myth. It is, I think, a myth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is correct answer. And another one. Polar bears live in the Arctic, not in Scandinavia. Scandinavia is home to other types of bears, such as brown bears.
I think it must be fact. I think it's true.
It is myth.
Oh, really?
Incorrect
I
answer.
watched something about these polar bears recently. Okay.
They live in Scandinavia.
I think really Kasymkhan's question are like hard for you.
Maybe.
Okay. 7. Myth or fact. Humans use much more than 10% of their brain. In fact, almost all parts of their brain are active, even if we don't consciously notice it.
No, it's a myth.
Yes,
Because even Einstein used only 3% of his brain.
I really think that my
Yeah.
question is easier. And 8. Raising your hands during a thunderstorm will not protect you from lightning. Lightning can strike tall structures regardless of whether your hands are raised.
I don't know about that.
Let's guess.
Then you gotta guess.
Raising hands.
Or-
Let's say that it's fact.
No.
No? Okay.
Another one. Myth or fact? In China, there are traditions of consuming dog meat, but it is not widespread.
Consuming what?
Dog meat.
Dog meat. No, it's a myth.
Goat meat.
It's a myth.
No. And the practice is being increasingly condemned in recent years.
Ah.
Yes.
In China? It's myth.
In China.
Not in China.
Yeah, correct.
It's
It is myth.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable even, yeah?
Yeah, no.
And the last one. Mars has water in the form of the ice, but in liquid form it is almost non-exist due to low temperatures and pressure. So life as we know it can exist there.
Myth.
Correct. How did you know that?
I know that.
You know,
I know that the
what-
temperatures there is very...
In first, I thought that is fact because it sounds too realistic to me.
It's for you, not
you.
for Miss Aidana. And you know, word
means
Kinchana, it's not from China, you know? It's from Korean.
Korea.
Yes. Yes, Kinchana. It's good word. Yeah. It's
In
not-
China means everything
Yeah,
is going
yeah,
to be
yeah.
okay.
It's okay. It's okay. Kinchana.
Not in China.
Okay. Quick question, quick answer. Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Favorite movie or book?
Favorite movie is Green Mile.
No, movie or book?
Movie.
Movie?
Yeah.
And what's one word your students use to describe you? One word.
Strict.
Oh,
No, I
It was
think that
like 2 times.
I think there are also bad words.
bad word.
No, I don't think
Okay.
so. I don't
Okay.
think so.
Then let's stop on the street. Yeah? And another question. How do you unwind after a long day at work? Do you have any hobbies or rituals?
I can do lots of things. Sometimes I actually have a schedule. So on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Fridays I go to gym. Swim, go to gym, some workouts.
No, that's relaxing.
Yeah,
Really. I know that.
the other days I just come home, I can just do some cooking and watch my favorite TV series, and then at night I read a little bit of book, and that's it.
Not money.
What last TV series did you watch?
Last one was
Turkish.
I finished a Turkish one.
the last one that I finished watching was Squid Games.
Squid Game?
Yeah. And I started watching a new one, which is Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders.
I didn't hear it.
I just watched the first episode.
It was interesting one.
It is interesting. I think I have to keep watching so I can understand what's gonna happen.
Who is your favorite character in Squid Game? Like second season?
Mine is Sales.
In the second,
I think it's purple hair, you know?
in the Squid, I like this 456. I think he is a very good guy.
Main character.
The main character.
Oh, yes.
Because he's
interesting
always
one.
like he always struggles. He wants to believe that the human beings are good people, but at the same time he sees that it's not 100% true. So that person from the game who's frontman, we call him frontman.
Yes,
yeah,
he's
he's
frontman.
trying to prove
Yes.
that people have different different opinions about money.
Yes.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people. Really.
So he has his inner conflict. That's why I like the main character.
I like people with purple hair.
Ah,
Like I didn't know his number.
Top. I know his nickname. He's Top.
Top.
He was in
something G. Top G.
I don't know. He was in a band.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
that
he used some drugs, and after that,
Yeah.
the whole
Him-
career
yeah.
started
But
hating.
in fact, in real life, he wasn't like
Yeah,
this.
he
Right?
he moved to United States. He lives there now. So yeah, he had some
Okay.
problems.
Have you had any interesting or unusual experiences traveling or communicating with native English speakers?
Yeah, of course. I have a lot of stories with that.
One of them, like
Yeah. We visited Canada back in 2015. Yeah,
we know. about
I
it,
told
you know?
you about that recently. Yeah, and when we went there, it was my first experience traveling to an English-speaking country. So it was kind of fun journey. And I went there not by myself. I went there by my colleagues, and there we had different workshops and trainings. And when we were in one of these workshops, the facilitators, the organizers of this workshop, asked us some questions, and they tried to tell jokes, and we were not smiling. And why? Because we didn't really understand.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
maybe
it wasn't a language problem. It was the problem of, I think, culture. We had different we have different cultures.
And jokes. Also.
And jokes as well, yeah. And we didn't really get their jokes, and we were not smiling, and we were not laughing, and they were quite sad about our reactions. And I think that was the moment when Exactly. And at that moment, I realized that we're so different. Like, we're all humans, but we're so different. And another example could be that when Canadian instructors used to come to APIC, we used to treat them and show them our national food, like pêche parmar and fish parmar. And exactly, we used to take them to the local restaurants and show them the local food. But when we went there, we were once we had lunch together with all the instructors, and the food that we had was pizza.
Oh my god.
Yeah, And then we were like, oh, pizza, okay.
What about this format?
And it was also in a form of a, like, you know this, you watched American or Western movies where people just take their plates and then like mingle. They don't sit, they just go around the room. Yes, it's a buffet. You just take what you want and eat and then go chat with people, mingle. Yeah, it was quite...
It was strange for me.
It wasn't strange, it was quite interesting.
Unusual.
Yeah, because I was young. It was my first experience, and I heard about this stuff. I had heard about this stuff before, and I watched it in movies. But when you face it in real life, it's quite, I had mixed feelings about that. Yeah, but now if I went there again, I wouldn't be surprised anymore.
That was a good answer, really.
Thank you.
Aidana,
That was interesting.
answer for this question is really interesting for us because, interesting question, really. If you could meet any historical figure, who would be and why?
Oh my God. I think it's gonna be Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson?
Yes.
We thought you were going to say something like
Yeah. Yes. Or Kaza
yeah.
Haftors, like.
Sokrat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think the most interesting person is going to be Michael Jackson.
And around his name, so many myths or interesting facts.
Like he's still alive, something like that.
And it's interesting to know, was it really or not? And but maybe.
So I want to meet him because I love his career. I loved his career. I love his songs and the way he danced. So I think it's gonna be...
Now it makes sense, really.
What's your favorite song of Michael Jackson? No, I don't think
there. I'm ashamed that I don't know the exact name of this song, but there is a song. He has a song about the environmental situation of Earth. I don't remember the name of the song. It's about like people.
All I want to say is I didn't really care about
No, it's not. It's not the one. The different one. Even the video, the video was really meaningful.
Okay, we are too young for that, I think.
But you should know him.
No.
Like, do you guys know Britney Spears?
Yes.
You know, okay.
I'm old, yes.
Okay, let's move to the next question.
And last and traditional question, it's what is the most important advice you would give us and other students based on your life experience?
Based on my life experience, I would say that the grades are not important. It doesn't matter. Of course, grades show you where you are at where you are at, but it doesn't really show what kind of person you are. So I want students to become less, not to really worry about the grades. Of course, the most priority for you and for the other students must be that what the quality of the education they are getting. Like, do they really understand what's going on in the class? Do they really understand the topic? Do they really know what they're studying? That's the most important thing, in my opinion. So care less about grades and cherish every moment, guys. I miss my student life. If I had the chance to go back, I would do a lot of things differently. For example, instead of staying in my room and studying, studying for long hours, I would just go out with my friends, just to take a walk and to grab coffee and talk about life.
Okay, less relaxing.
Like a little bit sad.
But it doesn't mean that you don't have to study. You have to study.
Yes.
You always have to study. But just don't study for grades.
Really. Like, my mother always says about this.
That's a good point. That will be useful for our students. Thank you for your answer, Ms. Aydana.
Thank you.
We deeply appreciate each of your work and that advice that can assist us in the future. Of course, it can assist us because it has really deep conscience in there. So, do you have something to say?
Yeah, thank you.
Students, do you have something to advertise?
Students study and listen to me, Aidana.
Okay.
And thank you for having me. So
Thank you too.
yes,
to
good luck.
come and like give interview to us.
I
Welcome.
think we're gonna finish there. Dear viewers, stay tuned and comment who you want to see in our next podcast. Ready?